Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I'm Real Blue TV, and in today's video we're going to be talking about what could possibly change in King of the Hill in order to make the game mode come back and be better. Perfect. So, in the recent hotfix, we had changes that happened to Sabotage. Of course, there were problems with Sabotage to begin with, like the fact that you had an amount of respawn tickets, and like you could see in my Sabotage video, which the link is in the description below if you haven't already seen that, is you can pretty much hide the bomb somewhere and then you weren't able to reach it and you could just farm for kills. So in the hotfix change, they actually took that out, both of those. They took out the respawn tickets from the game mode and they changed the overtime to be the winner is whoever plants next, obviously the same as if it was during regulation time. You got to plant the bomb to win now. There's no more respawn tickets. And they also made it so that whenever you put the bomb in a location, even if it's a place where you can obtain the bomb again, after a certain amount of time, like 20 or 30 seconds, it resets the bomb back to the original spawn, which is the middle of the map. So that was beautifully done and well thought out. And whoever put that in, thank you. You saved the entire game mode. They also changed the respawn time, or the respawn timers. So if you die during regulation in a Sabotage, it's now 10 seconds for you to respawn instead of 8. And then in overtime, if you die, you have to wait 15 seconds. Now, I was playing with a bunch of other players. We were doing some customs and Sabotage the past couple days, and I've got to tell you, this is brutal. Very, very brutal. And a lot of people said they like it because it makes you have to play your life a lot safer and you can't just run around like Team Deathmatch. Again, as a competitive game mode, I think they hit the nail right on the head this time, and I thank them for fixing this. So, how can we fix King of the Hill? Because now Demolition and Sabotage are two chef's kiss modes we have for competitive. And if we can get a third one in there, like King of the Hill, I think comp actually could become more entertaining and less boring, even if we limit maps. So let's talk about the changes that we should have in King of the Hill. So let's talk about the original King of the Hill to begin with. You had 4 hills or 4 objective areas that you had to capture in order to gain points, and it was 1 minute per hill, and there was 2 rotations. What that means is that you would go from hill 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you would start for a second rotation 1, 2, 3, 4, and there was 10 minutes in the round. That's only 8 minutes if you count 1 minute per hill 2 times. So the last 2 minutes were just spent on that final hill. So hill 8, I guess you could say, where the fight pretty much lasted the entire time. You also had util spam in the game, and it was round based. You had to win, I think, 2 rounds in order, or 3 rounds in order to win the game. So if it was 2-2, we would see a round 5. So then they made a change to King of the Hill, which we all thought was going to be much better, except for there was a problem with a few of the tweaks that they made. Mostly it was they made it to 6 hills, but there was still 10 minutes in the actual game time limit, and it was only 1 round to win. So instead of getting rounds, like 3 rounds to win, you would have to just get 250 points to win. You gain 1 point for every 1 second that you were capturing the objective. The problem with this is that it didn't show the actual score in the big scoreboard, I guess you could say. Instead, it showed it right underneath where your round counters would be in the previous King of the Hill. And then it was also 6 hills, but because it was only 10 minutes and it's 1 minute per hill, it then went from 6 hills in the first rotation to 4 hills in the second rotation. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, how would you fix King of the Hill? So a lot of people that I've spoke with kind of agree with how I've structured it. First off, we would get rid of that scoreboard where it says 0-0 at the top because it's no longer round based, and we'd put the actual score. On the actual score card for the players, or the stats screen, we would put the amount of time that they have on the objective. So for instance, if Anvil stood on the objective for 175 seconds, he would have 175 there. Next, we would change some of the hill placements. Here's an example that I had from Favelas. Next up, we would make it so that when you stand on the objective, the actual game timer stops, or it's just paused until someone either gets off of the objective or it's contested. Second, we would even include the 5th and 6th hills in the second rotation. And since the timer would be pausing while you're on the objective, the game would have more than 2 rotations, most likely, of those hills. So we would just keep them going over and over and over again until either time runs out or a team reaches the score limit. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the spawns could be fixed just a little bit, but mostly it's the placement of the hills. And of course, the fact that the timer needs to stop. Also, you know, hill number 1's timer starting while you're still dropping from the planes is something that's always gotten on my nerves. It even, you know, the timer starts in demolition rounds too, but it's something we're gonna have to get used to because we're still dropping out of planes in the game. So that is what it is. But again, those are the supposed changes I would make to King of the Hill. Again, the changes that came for Sabotage were phenomenal, and Sabotage is now legitimately one of the best game modes in the game. All right, so that does it for this video. Of course, my name's Real Blue TV. Let me know in the comments what you think about these changes to King of the Hill, or if you don't like King of the Hill at all, let me know why you don't like it at all. And don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're very close to 1,000 subscribers on the channel. My name's Real Blue TV, and I'll see you on the next one.
Oh, hello there. It's Blue. I'm a terrible dancer, so ignore that version of me on the screen and listen to my voice when I say thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and of course, click on another video of mine. I heard you'll like those over there. They're pretty good.